Congratulations.
Man, I remember the...
Mic check, mic check. Can you guys hear me? Yeah. What's going on, my gamers? We're in the streetwear drought. I need the desert behind me, man. Because we're not even in the Supremes. We shouldn't even be here. Like, let's be real. It's a drought, man. And that's fine. But we out here. Thursday stream. As we do. No Supreme drop. No major news beyond what I covered in this week's video. Give people some time to come on in. Might be a bit slow today, which is totally fine. Still have some cool things to talk about. Got the coffee going. Damn, this is not that hot though. Hope I don't have to heat it up again. Rocking with the Skyrim soundtrack. Such a good soundtrack, man. How we all doing? Just gotta end my workout. All right. Yeah, I was gonna talk about a few things I saw. Mostly some articles on Hypebeast. Going back to Old Faithful for helping me stay tuned in to what's coming out. We got 8 drops you don't want to miss this week. Some collabs. Some stuff from Beams. Owens, Rimowa. Concepts, Burton, which is pretty cool. And then we got the Fragment Gundam collab, which I've always appreciated Gundam from afar. Never been too into it. Corteiz, bro. I can't fucking deal with it. It's hard for me to pronounce that correctly every time. The KidSuper Bape collab, which is actually really cool. I think this could be Bape's best collab in a long time. I really like the looks that they brought to Paris Fashion Week. And then one of my personal favorite brands, Y-3, and their Fall Winter 25 collection, which is fairly sick. And then if we got time, we got a little react video, and that's pretty much it, boys. Yeah, but shoot. Might just be a few of us in here, which is totally cool. Like I said earlier, it's a completely a drought for the major brands we cover around here, but it's all good. What's happening, Shady Munchie? How you faring in the Supreme off season? Morning, Sean. Yeah, man. Trying to make content, boys. Not gonna lie. It's been rough, you know? I try not to look too much at the current views and how everything performs, but you get real into it. You know, you get deep down in the analytics, and I'm like, fuck, I only got 200 views on this video in the past few hours. It is what it is. In my opinion, it's all about just putting out shit, and you guys are here, and that's cool with me. That's all that really matters. So we can just hop into it. No long intro. We're gonna hop in right now. So first thing I saw, which is pretty cool, Louis Vuitton becomes official partner of Formula One. So they will be going into a 10-year partnership as the title partner of the Australian Grand Prix, which is the first race of the season. I appreciate that, Shady Munchie. Yeah, I look at it like this, man, in terms of the views and stuff. A lot of people that come here, they just want to see the Supreme news. That's what I make videos on, and that's fine. Everything else, hey, it's a little extra on the top, a little frosting on top. Damn, Sean. That's a lot of accessories. I'm hoping we get some cool accessories this season. I've been really waiting for something that has me like excited from the jump. And I've been thinking about it, boys. I think on that Tuesday, whenever those previews come out, I'm going to take the day off of work and just crank out like 3 videos. I think that'll be the best thing for me and just for the channel. Just so that by Wednesday, I can hopefully have most of the drop covered. Because right before, because it comes out right before the actual week 1. Like last season, 2 seasons, I have still been covering the preview even after week 1. So I don't know. It is nice though to kind of drag out the preview so I have multiple videos to do. We'll see. Oh, nice. You're selling your Paisley Coleman table. Right on, dude. You making some money on that, or how's that going for you? But yeah, I saw this was cool. I love Formula One. We'll see what happens. If there's any cool merch that comes out of it, likely they'll just be presenting the trophies in this giant box, which they already do for some races, which is tight. But they'll have trackside branding, trophy trunks. And yeah, that was the first. Okay, they did it first in 2021 at Monaco. Victory Travels in Louis Vuitton. I guess Lewis Hamilton probably has something to do with it. We'll see. Just thought that was pretty cool. And then we'll do the 8 drops you guys won't want to miss. If you miss these drops, you're fucking screwed. Yeah, man. Awesome. I'm glad that you've been enjoying it. I try to. I think it can be a death of a creator if they just cover one thing. And you kind of have to just find that second audience for the other stuff. Otherwise, you'll just kind of get lost. What up, Samuel? Yeah, I just wanted to make something yesterday. You know what I mean? We can talk about Corteiz right after this. But people talk about it all the time. I'm like, fuck it. He's having a drop. Let's try to do a drop list. And someone made a great comment on that page. It was pretty cool. Or on that video. For sure, man. It all makes sense. It all goes together. Yeah, I think there's still avenues to be doing more shorts and more like TikTok stuff, but I just don't feel the desire to like grind that short form content when I much more enjoy the longer discussions. Like, I'll do the shorts, I'll do the TikToks, but they're usually just pretty montages. They're not like captions and all that crap, but okay. Rimowa, Rick Owens. I guess they're making 500 of these, which is kind of crazy. Like, fairly limited. And it's like $3,000 something, which is just so funny. Like, that it costs that much. You know what I mean? Like, I know Rimowa is like already pretty expensive, like $1,500. $2,000 probably for some of their more expensive traveling suitcases. It looks nice. The interior is apparently all leather, which is dope. I think that's cool. 500 piece only. The cabin roller carry-on, which is the all leather interior, first ever from Rimowa. Hair on cowskin tag. Interesting. They have a unique patina, and it comes out today. Out of stock. Well, you snooze, you lose. I guess it already dropped. TSA approved locks. Thank God. Let's look at this thing. Interesting patina. It's numbered individually. Man, can you imagine if you got the 1 of 500? Yeah. Nah, I mean, I think it's pretty silly for these kind of things. Always work on Thursday. I appreciate you going live. Right on, Samuel. I appreciate you being here, man, especially in this off season. We're super close, though. I mean, next week, hopefully Wednesday, Thursday, we'll get a teaser. That's going to drum up the hype. And then 2 weeks from now, Monday, the 10th, that should be the preview. So we're in the final stretch. But at least you get a lifelong guarantee with this thing. I mean, thank freaking God. Let's see what those are going for. I'm sure StockX has them. Midweek heat drop. Ooh, only $1. I got some items to ship too. I sold my Kith soccer jersey today or yesterday. I sold it for like, I pretty much lost money. I lost money on it, more or less, but I don't know. I just wanted to get rid of it and fucking make room in the inventory and fucking just have another sale on StockX. Like, I can write off the lost money, which I need to do fucking taxes this year, guys, and it's stressful, but for me, it's like, if I just do it before, like slowly get it done, then that's the way to go. Well, they're already reselling, which is classic. Let's get the StockX page up. And we'll take off that. So there you go. One sold for $51.75, one sold for $53.31. It kind of continues along the same school of thought that I've been talking about for resale. It's kind of a rich man's game now. Like, yeah, there are the pieces that are affordable for the average hypebeast consumer, but if you really want to make money, you got to take your risks on the expensive shit. And if you know anything about Rick and people that buy it, is they have money. So 1 of 500, that's a known quantity. And there's a nice $2,000 flip. More or less, a little bit under. You got fees, of course. Not terrible. Not terrible at all. Imagine if you sold that privately. You could sell it for, you know, 45, make $1,000. Hey. Not too bad. Let's see this Beams Future Archive SS25. Let's see this. What do we got here? More about Beams. Palace collaborator. Ooh, little Japanese cowboy fashion here. Speaking of Palace, I could have made a video on it. I haven't yet, but I did drop my pants off at the tailor. So we're getting them shortened, hemmed, so to say. This is a nice leather jacket. Reminds me of the Black Means Supreme leather from 2 seasons ago. I think that was fall winter 23. Hell yeah, bro, you better wear that Venema fucking hoodie. Isn't that how you say it? Very interesting drop from Beams. Edgy Y2K uniform. Yeah. I feel like I would never get a lot of this stuff. I don't know. Some of it looks like it would last longer, but I'm trying not to fall into the trend of getting too trendy, if you know what I mean. This Burton and Concepts collab, is it? Yeah. This is pretty cool. I believe they did some snowboards with a bunch of different artists. If this is the same one, I think it was like Concepts VIP. Which I feel like a lot of people are doing ski stuff, like ski snowboard. Let's see if we can find the snowboards, but yeah, Burton, super OG winter sports brand. Oversized fit, I gotcha. I had a Burton zip up that I got in Canada. I used to go up to Canada to visit my dad's family. And every winter I'd get a new jacket or something up there. And I always thought it was so cool. I was like, yeah, this is only available in Canada. Which at the time was kind of true. Like, it was harder to find the stuff that they had up there given their super cold climate and what I had in Indiana. It was much different. But I can't find the snowboards. Let's see if we can just Google it. I saw it on my phone yesterday. These are the boards. This one's kind of dope. It's like a little mushroom guy drinking some piss. out the chimney, like a Santa. Mushroom claws. 700 though, man. Jeez. That's a good way to look at it, Sean. You can buy stuff that's trendy, but it never dies if you incorporate it into your wardrobe good enough. That's how I always look at it, man. Like I don't get rid of my clothes, really. Like I've been trying to lately, like the stuff that's really worn or I don't wear, but I wear shit. Like I have the same North Face Denali zip up that I had in middle school. It still fits me. And I'm going to get this North Face Supreme puffer in very soon. And that's going to be a video, and that's going to be really fun. I cannot wait for that. I think that's all I wanted to talk about from this article. All right, Corteiz. I did the video, but we can just look through the items. We can thumb through them. So here we got 2 zip-ups. What do you guys think of the Corteiz drop? Have y'all bought anything from them before? The guy in the comments said their bolo jackets, their puffers were the ones to go for, which I don't think that's this. I think this is something different. This is like a parka. I think these are pretty tight. The black one does it for me a bit more. Like when camo goes too hard on the branding, can be a little much. The snowboarding Yeti sweater was reminiscent of the Supreme snowmobile sweater. That's very true. Yeah, I still have that snowmobiling sweater. I like it. I might keep it. We'll see. I'm trying to sell it, but it's getting harder to sell that sweater past Christmas, or maybe I'm just psyching myself out. I thought that thing was going to be like easy flip. Turned out not to be the case. I think this jacket is pretty cool. Denim trucker with the matching pants. I love the pictures too. Like kind of weird angle, but it's a good way to see how the garment actually lays, how it looks in the real world, as much as you can tell. I haven't, man. Feel free to put it in the chat though. Little bomber, pretty sick. Little basic branding, but looks pretty good. Another sweater. I think sweaters are kind of here to stay for a bit. Just feel like they have some staying power. Very heavy cable knit. Like to see this in person, what it feels like. And of course the tracksuits, man. Corteiz definitely does tracksuits super well. And we love him for that. Whew. I think this might be the puffers that he was talking about in that comment. Don't know. Might check the dropout tomorrow and just see if I can remember. That could be cool to go live, maybe. If it's like a big Corteiz drop, we can try it out. It'd be cool for a Palace stream if like they came out at different times, so we could do Corteiz and Palace in the same day. That'd be interesting. Both in the UK, so I don't know. I feel like he wouldn't drop at the same time, but you never know. Then we got these full zip boys. Leopard, pretty loud. I like this one a lot. I think this is a piece that I would buy. Just a low-key, comfortable zip up, man. I've been wearing the shit out of my Frazetta hoodie and my Palace Celtic hoodie, man. Those things have been my go-tos. Like I took both those back home, wore them pretty much every day. Super nice. And then we got the mugger robbing the polo guy. Come on, man. Why you robbing the polo guy? Maybe it's a metaphor. Who knows? Should we bring it out a little bit or stay in the corner? We'll stay in the corner. I think this is my favorite piece. I don't know about the colorway, but I love the design of this jacket, man. I love the zippers. I love the graffiti. He has a great logo. I gotta say it, man. Like, it's rare that a new brand comes out, and I know that Corteiz isn't a new brand, but 2018, it's new. I think he has a great logo, and most people, dude, cannot build a brand off a logo. It's just too hard to do. So kudos to him, man, for actually doing it. Like, having a sick logo and building it into 1.5 million Instagram followers is pretty incredible. So I got to give kudos to Corteiz and his brand. You got the London Year of the Snake Varsity. Pretty cool. Personally, I think varsities might be on the way out. They're just so expensive, man. I could only justify having one, and I don't. I would like one maybe, but I'd probably want a Supreme one if I'm going to be completely honest. I probably don't have room to be copping a different brand, or Palace, something like that, but dropping 400, 500 on a jacket. Tough. I dig these two. To me, they look like ski pants. I think they are, because he did put a story up yesterday of someone skiing in his stuff, which was pretty sick. Little sweatsuit, t-shirt, long sleeve. Looks like a nice quality screen print. Apparently, Corteiz does use some of the same factories that other streetwear brands do. I don't know. This is what a comment put on my video yesterday. Maybe it's the same Palace factory or Supreme. I don't know. And then we got the velour tracksuit as well. And that's it. So that's coming out on crtz.xyz tomorrow. And I have no idea when they drop. We can ask Rock, though. What time does the brand drop new clothing? Billy Hill is heavily linked to Warren Lotus, As Pizza, White Trash Tyler. Okay. Right on, man. Interesting. Announce a drop at 7 p.m. 9 p.m., 7 p.m., 10 a.m. Huh. Is it really, what are other streetwear brands? Let's see what they say. Look at that. Often considered the kingpin of streetwear. Billionaire Boys Club, let's go. Stussy. Ooh, I also copped something from, the Carhartt sale that I'm actually looking forward to. Not the belt. Not the belt. And speaking of other brands, we got the KidSuper Bape collaboration, which I thought was actually pretty cool. Just looking at the first pictures, I was like, I don't know, man. Bape's kind of dead. Ego's gone. But what are they going to do here? And for whatever reason, like, doing this at Paris Fashion Week, I think just led to really cool pictures, and like this suit fit feels new. Like, to me, feels like something that Bape hasn't done for a long time. Let's see if I can get a better format template. Let's see if we can do. Is that better? Yeah, I think so. A little more centered. But this is pretty cool. Probably won't cop anything from it, to be honest, but these pictures are really cool. It's the A Super Ape collab. Makes sense. KidSuper, Super Ape. But yeah, look at these pics. Like, really showing off the Bape brand. I think in the best it's looked in a long time. I like the shoebox. The pants are sick. Of course, the camo. I love that packaging. Really cool, very nostalgic. A good blend of like modern fits with like vintage inspirations, if you can call Bape vintage. But yeah, some super cool looks. You know, it's cool to see Bape still dropping stuff, right? Like being such a, like, I don't know, iconic Japanese streetwear brand. Like this is what early streetwear like was, man. Like it was Bape. You had Supreme, you had Bape. That was the thing. And I think for a time, for at least in like the rap scene, before Supreme got known by a lot of rappers, I think Bape was probably bigger, man. Like you had Soulja Boy rapping about wearing Bapes, Lil Wayne in the purple Bape fit, Kanye Bapes, like early 2000s, and it was just the shit. And I love this print with the eyes. I think it looks really good. The colors are dope. The branding is sick. Little Bapeism. Pink. I always thought the pink camo was really cool too. Of course, you got the world famous shark hoodie. Dude, it is awesome. Like, this is just cool. I don't know, man. This is the kind of drop I'm always gonna be a fan of, no matter how old I get. I think this stuff is just so cool. This one is hella dope. I would probably cop something like this. Little zip up shark hoodie. I don't know how often I'd be rocking a Bape shark hoodie, but if I had one, you best believe I'd be rocking one. This one's pretty cool, kind of an anorak jacket. You got the 3 different colorways. Here's a zip up with a faded camo look. Yeah, I don't know enough about KidSuper, to be honest. I've kind of heard about them a lot. Never really dove into them. I'm going to check out their website after this, just so we can better get an idea for what they're known for. But I like this. This faded design is a little bit restrained. And then, ooh, what's this guy? Nice. This is clean, man. These colors reminds me of the Paris SB Dunks. It really does. And I don't know, man. I think unveiling a collab at Paris Fashion Week, like, that is how you get the articles. That's how you get people who maybe wouldn't otherwise give this collab the time of day some worthwhile time to look at it, right? Then you got the classic Bape logo tee with the chibi logo with the Bape hiding behind the guy. And remember, if you guys have never copped Bape before, it's Japanese sizing, so always go up a size. So I get a XL for my size large. It's a Japanese XL. That's how their blanks are cut. So important to do that. Of course, a ton of t-shirts. Bape always does. So many tees. I like this one a lot. I like the faded look. This is pretty sick. What's going on, One Up? We're talking KidSuper Bape. The matching sweatpants. Ooh. Big camo. The short. Ooh, the shorts are pretty nice, man. Look at that. Very dope. Multicolor. Yeah, I have one Bape t-shirt. I have a Bape bangle. 14 karat gold Bape bangle. And what else do I have? I have a coin bag. A Bape coin bag that I never really use. I have random shit in it. But I used to, man, I really wanted to cop Bape when they were doing their Dragon Ball and anime collabs, like Hypebeast era, 2016 era. But I was just always a little too poor at the time. Then the Bapestas, the retooled Bapestas. So these are, you can see that they've changed the silhouette as little as possible to get away from Nike. Because you guys remember a year or two ago, Nike was suing everybody and Bape caught the smoke. So these are their retooled Bapesta. Still looks like an Air Force One, of course. I think it's still patent leather. That's one of the things I've never really fucked with Bapes about, like the shoes, is I don't like patent leather shoes, man. But this branding is incredible. Yeah, man, that is a good point. You can get some Bape stuff for close to retail. The hard part is, man, Bape is one of the most faked brands out there. Like, low-key, they have a giant fucking fake scene, which is kind of crazy. But I like this packaging. Looks like we got some comics on the back. The KidSuper character. This is really cool, man. You talk about storytelling and, like, I don't know. Put your money where your mouth is. Don't tell me what the story is. Just show it to me. This is showing me exactly what it is. These are sick. I love that pattern right there with the white breaking it up. I think that's a great use of white space, colors. Like, that's a multicolor design that manages not to be overwhelming. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's using like probably 8 different colors, but since they've used so much white and gone with the pink, it really pulls the model together and makes it pleasant to look at. I love the Bape Adidas stuff for sure. Yeah, they had some, I did a couple videos on Bape Adidas, I think, like when it came out. Those videos always did super well. Oh, interesting, man. Look at this. They did a mule. I mean, talk about the mule hype, man. The rock. Bapesta mules, folks. You thought we've seen it all. Come on. Look at that, man. I don't know. What do you think about these guys? It looks like truly just a botched custom, in my opinion. I think they could have modified the upper a little bit to kind of fit. That's a shoe that will quickly, in my opinion, I don't know how long a Bapesta mule will stay relevant, but who knows? Maybe I'm tripping. Holy shit. These are awesome. Look at that material. Dude, this is an amazing Bape collab. Holy cow, like the amount of different materials, the amount of sheer styles that they're releasing is incredible. Little embroidered hat. Pricing will be interesting. I feel like Bape is pretty expensive. Like, are these hats $100? Are they less than that? If this hat was like 60, 70, that'd be great. Ooh. Camo on pink with a little bedazzle. Ooh, little Miami Vice. With the, that's a great looking hat, man. Keychain. Camera bag, maybe. That's what it looks like to me. Okay, Japanese denim and stuff used for those. What do we think this is going to cost? Because I would get this. I love an eye mask, and I have 2 eye masks. One of them is in my bedroom. The other one is lost somewhere. Yeah, toiletry bag. I do be talking about wanting a toiletry bag. Holy fuck. How much is that going to be? Damn, son. The off-white, though. I feel like it would get so dirty. Some socks. Earplugs. Comb is awesome. Why not, dude? Fuck it. Bruh. They got the damn Bape toothbrush. I mean, clean your kicks, do whatever. That's hilarious. Sticker or some kind of a resin paperweight. Colored pencils. Why not? This is awesome. I love that, man. W on modern notoriety for curating the drop in a very nice, readable format with every picture. That is W. Modern notoriety has been out forever. Oh yeah, we got the Jordan 1s coming out later this season. That's going to be a crazy shoe. I'm going to obviously try to get them, but I have my 2009 bred ones, so I don't really need them. Yeah, Bape does tax, man. Let's look at KidSuper.com before I forget. KidSuper Studios. Let's see what they got. They have a sale going on, anything? Doesn't look like it. Best selling. We'll do best selling. Okay. 245. 650 GSM, so heavyweight hoodie. Heavy wash. A little expensive. What's the story on KidSuper? Where are they based out of? Who made them? I should probably ask Grok or something. Or ChatGPT, whoever the fuck. Who's ever easily most accessible. I'll probably use Grok. What's the story behind the KidSuper brand? Let's get a little rundown. KidSuper was founded by Colm Delane, math genius turned fashion designer. When did he create them? Small label called Brick Oven Tees. Okay, hobby project. His mother is Spanish and his father is Irish. Painting, video, music, art exhibit. KidSuper comes from a playful freestyle rap session. This is awesome. Collab with Puma, LV, and art. That's crazy. How long has KidSuper been a brand? 2013. Damn. Okay. Let's see what they got on StockX. Let's see what. We'll go to the numerical. Are they on there? They're not on. They're not on the brands listed. Interesting. They're not on here. Bape Dragon Ball. Spring Summer 22. What's the Bape Dragon Ball stuff going for now? StockX is not the place you don't buy any of this shit. A long sleeve tee. $109 isn't terrible, man. Ginyu Force. That's sick. I think I would want one of these though. Like one of the Bapes with the Bape head. Right on. All right, now let's get into my favorite designer brand, Y-3, which apparently is dead. Because every brand is dead, if you didn't know that, guys. But Yohji Yamamoto's Adidas collaboration, longtime collaborator. It's been a label since 2003. So going on 22 years this year. Apparently KidSuper's on go. And they did a runway for fall winter 25, a little bit away from us, but let's get some ideas on what Yohji has cooking up for this upcoming autumn winter season. I love this. Very flowy, of course, black motorcycle inspired garments. Cool use of color there. You got some Adidas 3 stripes, I think. Or maybe that's just a zipper. Got the moto pants. Ooh, look at that thing, dude. That is kind of crazy. Got the sweater. I don't know. I've always loved Y-3. I still buy it. I buy it on sale at the end of the year. You got Neighborhood, Yamamoto, racing leathers. I don't know. I think it's sick. Like, look at that shit, dude. That's a cool piece. I've just always been a Y-3 fan. I think a lot of his stuff is timeless too. Like, you got the jersey right here. That would be something I would go after. I don't know what's happening on the head. If that's a helmet or what. A faux helmet. But this is a crazy, crazy dope fit. In my opinion. Might not be for everyone. This looks like a damn knight. This looks like a damn fucking Night's Watch looking helmet, dude. This is the Mountains helmet. Featuring Yoji. Just the layering designs are crazy. Like, this guy's got a blazer on with a hoodie and then a jacket. Like, I don't even know how you put that fit together, but he did. Also just love, he's been doing like the baggy, tapered mix on pants for forever. Like, dude. Look at that shit. It just looks incredible. It looks like something out of Dune, man. Like, if Paul Atreides needed to pull up on a fucking motorcycle, he'd be rocking this with the boots too. Oh fuck. Lost my spot. All right, we're back in it. Some red hits. I think they've also done unisex very well. Layer like they're trying to get the most onto a flight. Pretty much, dude. Like, the layering is crazy on this. Most of these fits are, I'd say, pretty extravagant. But it's a fashion show. It's a runway. Big old puffer, wide ass, like a dress. Damn, bro. 80 this week. Where do you live again? One up? I forget. Are you in Florida? That's crazy. It's been cold. This morning I had to wear my face mask. It was like 37. Had to. I chose to. Love the colors. Very cool, very cool. Great use of the 3 stripes. We love it. I think there was more stuff that they had. I do have a video we could watch of the fashion show, but I feel like we've already kind of seen it. Let me just do a Google. Y-3 Fall Winter 25. Yes, here we go. These are the pictures that I wanted to see. Look at these boots, dude. Isn't that insane? I don't even ride, and I want the boots. It's the back of the jacket right there, or the jersey. Neighborhood 25, Yoji signature, Y-3 on the shoulder. Beautiful. Chef's kiss. And then you got, I actually want these shoes pretty bad too. These are the brand new, kind of hard to see behind me. These are the brand new Adidas, what are they called? They're like marathon shoes. They're very fast. They're like $500. And Y-3 always does versions of Adidas most performance running shoes. And I just think it'd be so funny to have, like, you know, some shoes that you run in on the treadmill or on the fucking run, and they're like, yeah, performance and extra tax on that for designer. So designer performance to me is just, it's such a cool concept that I don't really know anyone else that does. It's definitely done, but I don't know anyone else who makes performance gear as a designer. I'm sure it's a thing. Not the 3-stripe tie, though. Damn. That's pretty funny. This looks like a this is a knight's helmet, dude. Look at that thing. It's got the it freaking got the visor. What is the point of that? I don't know. It's the coolest or the weirdest way to ride around in your motorcycle through town. I like it. Here's some close-ups of the shoes. Shoes are always available pretty much on sale, you know, once you wait till the end of the season. The jousting helmet, exactly, dude. But I've always loved the Y-3 shoes because they're pretty much Adidas models, but they change enough where I think they just look good. And the riding boots are incredible. Combat boots too. Looking for some boots as well. Like, yeah, we have the show here, but we basically just watched the show. I don't think this is going to do anything for us. So, the Adidas Gat shoes, since sucks they're pretty limited. I forget what those are. We might have just looked at them. Oh, before our last reaction video, let's look at the Gundam. I know fairly little about Gundam. I know it's cool as hell. And Fragment is doing a Gundam drop that's coming out this Saturday. It is a Japan only, so Michael Taylor, if you're out there, maybe you can cop this thing. But you got plastic toys alongside plush toys. February 1st through the 24th. You have the Supreme Gundam figure. That's one thing I do eventually want to get. So he's been teasing it for a while now. But Gundam is just a huge brand in Tokyo or in Japan. So they have a giant fan base. And it is worldwide. But I think these figures are sick. I just don't have space for them. And I do have space for them. I don't have a good place to put it in my current place. And I feel like once I start... I don't know. I think I could actually get, in the future, a back design like for the stream. And I could put some accessories out. And I think I could cop a few collectibles like this and not get overly addicted to it like I am with clothing. But some cool tees. An alright hat, you know, not doing too much for me. But yeah, I would maybe get this thing or like the Supreme. I think the Supreme one's, obviously I think it's cooler. This one looks better and more realistic because the way they've done the branding, it looks like it's more in universe. The Supreme one is obviously like a very exaggerated, like heavily branded. This one is a little more low key, but the Supreme box is nice, but that would look better out of package. Do you have yours out of the package? I kind of want one. The thing is, I don't want to pay more than retail for it. They're not that expensive though. 90 bucks. That'd be a cool stream too, man. Hey, if you ever don't want it, dude, you know, I would open it up and put it together on the stream. But of course, only if you want to sell it to me. I think people get it, man. I think with the rise of, I think post-COVID, people understand that collectibles are valuable, but there's always gonna be people that think it's stupid, and that's fine. You've got a ton of expensive Sofubi vinyl resin figures. That's cool, man. Got a buddy who's started to get into Warhammer 40k, and that's a lot of painting figures. But yeah, Supreme Gundam one day. Maybe. Maybe cop a used one. Someone's already put it together. I don't know. Damage box. Alright. Nice, dude. Well, this is going to be the last thing we're going to watch, guys. I never watched Gundam. I watched Transformers, though. But this is Frugal Aesthetic. He's one of the fashion guys that I actually have been watching for years now. On and off. But he's been making content for a while. Check him out if you haven't already. I think he does really good videos, good editing, he's funny. And this is modern sneakers explained in 15 minutes. I have no idea what it's going to entail, but I think it's, I don't know, I think it should be pretty interesting. Let's get the correct format going. Clean up the, there we go. And let's check it out. This is 15 minutes long, and hit like if you haven't already.
Man, I remember the week leading up to the first day of school. I remember my parents used to let me pick 2 new pairs of shoes that I get to wear leading into that school year, right? Start on the right foot, if you will. And you know, I was kind of stupid as a kid, but I remember even then trying to reverse engineer, simulate every social situation that I might have, and then pick what.
You guys remember first day of school type shit? Yeah. For me, it started off, you wanted the glow-in-the-dark shoes, the light-up shoes. And then for me, it was skate shoes, Heelys, Team Jordans, retros. By the time I was buying retros, my parents were not buying me shoes anymore. That was once I turned 16. Once I got a job, my parents bought me pairs of shoes for Christmas, and that was it.
2 shoes would be best for these situations and also have the longevity to last onto Christmas break, both stylistically and quality-wise. There was a science to this. Truly, there was a whole game to this. And if you think that I'm being a little too extra for someone in 8th grade picking shoes, then just say that you never had the mentality to win, all right? This was like 15 years ago. How long ago was that? God damn. 2010... Damn, that was 15 years ago. So I remember this like it was yesterday. I pulled up to school wearing a pair of Nike Shox.
Dude, Shox were sick, man. Oh, everyone swore they made you jump higher. That's hilarious, Sean.
The sky blue heel. I don't know if that model exists anymore. And man, 15 years later, I'm still riding that high. At the time, this was a social signal to all the boys. Essentially saying, you know, this guy knows ball. It was a great pick. I was breaking neck.
I mean, let's be real, Nike Shox, they had their moment. And I'm glad to see that they've been coming back. We had the Supreme ones in 2022. I wish I held on to those because they are expensive now. And I don't know, it's just an iconic shoe, and just for me takes me back to just a certain era of sneaker culture that wasn't even a part of like the sub community of sneakerheads. It was just like, yeah, people that knew ball. Exactly how Frugal put it.
Necks all day at the plaza. I remember I was at the bus stop and these high schoolers tried to run me for my pair. And dude, I mean, and I felt like the shit. So I was like, so I started fake crying because I was like, man, I'm not letting them. And you know, like,
hell yeah, bro.
It worked though, because eventually they got uncomfortable and backed off.
There you
what
go.
I was supposed to do. But the thing is, right? They had no idea.
The ultimate
that
defense.
I was actually real crying. And remember, there are 2 pairs, and the other pair has to work in tandem with this one. So this was favorable
the Vans?
to the ladies. A pair of red Vans Authentics.
Damn.
Again, at the time, very meta pick.
This is a very iconic pick right here, and I hate to say it, but never mind.
And I feel like nothing has done more for me than this duo right here. 8th grade was my social prime, I think. Anyways, the reason I bring any of this up, for whatever reason, is because I want to express, honestly, how great it is having an exciting rotation.
What was your guys' 2 pairs of shoes? I'm trying to think. Like, it was phases, man. Like, I don't know if I necessarily got the 2 pairs at the same time from my parents, but like we went back to school shopping, and yeah, it was a big deal because that was the shoe. Of course you had the other shoes that were coming out, the other shoes that you already had, but that new pair, you had to make a choice, man, and that choice was pretty serious.
Of shoes that just works well for you. And with the unfathomable amount of types of sneakers out there right now, it's infinitely harder to even start out, much less.
Which now we're transitioning, this video is transitioning into modern sneakers, right?
Pick a brand, right? And then much less pick a model, and then much less pick a color. And then you have to go and afford this idea. I'll fake cry right now. I'll fake cry right now. So instead of doing that, I'm gonna just do all the work for you right here. And I
want some Puma Speed Cats, man. I have them. I have my limited edition George Russell carbon fiber Speed Cats. But these are literally the shoes that I wear on the track when I am driving fast in car. But the Puma Suedes, Speed Cats, a little casual, but this is a great image.
I'm gonna cover all of this just for you in. All right, but honestly, I'm at this point in my life where I don't mind being given just a few options and then just kind of being okay with my choice. Man, like when I go to a restaurant and they got like 3 things.
Burger.
This is the best ever. I personally kind of hate the free will a little bit. And at the end of the day, there's just less to think about, so you can be even happier with your choice. Which is why I want to talk about today's sponsor, Helix Sleep, where I pretty much committed a third of my life to their consensus. And personally, I've never looked back. Helix Sleep makes premium.
I actually bought one of these type of mattresses. I got a caster mattress, and it worked really well for me for a long time.
For over 9 months now. And the only
so I will say these YouTube mattress sponsorship brands, they come to you in a tiny package, you take it out and it fucking like unfolds. It's crazy, dude. And these I think these sponsorships, you actually save like $250, something like that.
I'm a Capricorn. So after taking the quiz, I ended up getting referred the Helix Dome,
get a damn quiz,
which is the firmest mattress for stomach sleepers. And I sleep in jeans, man. I'll sleep in my goddamn jeans. Anyways, the best part about all this is they have free shipping delivered right to your door if you live in the US. The mattress comes rolled up in a box like this, just making it super easy to move to your door and set up yourself. Yep. I did it by myself. Personally, I haven't had one bad night of sleep yet on my mattress.
20% off site-wide.
Limited time. And it's a great time to upgrade your mattress. Get 20% off site-wide plus 2 free pillows.
Damn.
This is honestly the best deal I've seen so far.
2 free pills?
Try things out, it might as well be right now at helixsleep.com/frugalaesthetic. Thank you to Helix Sleep for sponsoring today's video. All right, so the first spread of shoes right here, we're going to cover this section right here.
Jordans.
This type of shoe. I like to think of this genre of sneaker like a first car, right? Think of a Toyota Camry, a Honda Accord, just some reliable basic that gets the job done. I'm not going to sit here and talk about this too much. I don't have too much to say about this. I feel like you guys already get the gist. You know, your Forces, your Jordans, your 550s, your Dunks even, you know? And in this day and age, there are premium upgrades to all these shoes, as you can see.
Damn, they have a Miri versions? That's hilarious.
Honestly, I feel like you're doing the same job aesthetically.
You really are.
Just the base model, and now you're just paying.
You guys remember the Rick Owens Stan Smiths? Or the Raf Simons Stan Smiths? Yeah, the Raf Simons, dude. Raf Simons, man. You don't hear much about the Rafs as much. I'm sure they're still out there. Raffing it up.
An abhorrent amount of money for genuinely just a pair of Dunks. People don't have as good eyesight as you think, and also people don't care as much as you think. So the average person on the street seeing you wear a pair of off-white, whatever the hell these are, versus a pair of the same color, and like no one is.
I agree 100% with this.
I've been seeing everywhere for whatever reason are the Amiri skeleton versions.
I've never seen those before. How have I never seen those?
It's like the same exact shoe, but there's just bones on the side.
How are they not getting sued?
Hey, I mean, do your thing. You know, if that's your speed.
Bones are pretty sick, though, dude. Let's be real. Like, Bones, like, Hey, I got a few.
If you're Halloween all year round, right? What does that even say about you, you know? Whenever that walks by, it's like this type of music starts playing in my head. Just because, like, what are we even trying to say right now, guys? Again, I'm not gonna...
Yes.
Again, don't really think about this type of shoe too much. I feel like it's easy to overthink and be like, oh, if I'm gonna get forces, I gotta get the best forces. They're forces. If you're gonna get the best, they're dunks. 550, it's the same thing, right?
Pretty much,
it's
man.
Great to have in your wardrobe as a beater, but let's just... There are better things to think about. Personally, if I were to recommend one, it would just be a pair of forces, you know. Forces, they're just kind of like rice for your closet. Just throw some shit on there and you'll be fine, you know? So again, don't think about this too much. There are so many more exciting
Starter
things
pack
out there. For this type of shoe, the door is very big, but the ceiling is very low. Okay, the next type of sneaker, this section right here. Very, very popular, right?
Yes.
This is probably the hottest silhouette right now.
Ooh.
You know, skinny, sleek, aerodynamic, very streamlined. I like to call these the roadsters of sneakers. They're fun and they're quick, but they're not intimidating. It's kind of the natural next step for a lot of people.
How it feels when you wear Puma Speed Cats, man.
Style journey. I think these look very good in a minimal or classic wardrobe, which is a style that's seeing a massive resurgence over the past 4 years as people are starting to get into wardrobe functionality, which these silhouettes are very
functionality.
good for. You know, as they bring enough flavor to spice up your fit without being too aesthetically dominant to where they're just kind of like standing out hard to style. These are not that. And with how many variations we're seeing.
Skinny shoes with the baggy jeans, though, I don't know if I could do that. I would probably have to do slim fit, straight leg at the most. That's just how I feel personally.
For stuff like the Sambas or, you know, just really anything that Adidas is doing right now. There's a lot of play here. Personally, my favorite of this type of sneaker is the Tigers. I think Tigers are great.
Onitsuka Tigers.
Sporty and classic. And the Speed Cats right now are shaping up to be the next big focus. As of late, I just got the June J collab of these. I love wearing these in the gym. I love wearing these out. They're easy to style up.
I didn't know they had a June J collab. Those are fucking sick. But yeah, man, I need to get on those Puma Speed Cats before all the little hype beasts get their paws on it. They come out every once in a while on Puma.com.
And down based on the color palette and the shape of the shoe. I think this sneaker has a really good pocket for you to experiment with the way that your sneaker works in your wardrobe, as opposed to just styling around the shoe. It's just a really good foundational piece.
Love a good pocket.
Recommendations from me are the Gats, obviously. The Gazelle is a really good switch up if you just don't want to be the guy wearing a pair of Sambas, even though they're kind of the same thing. It's just a different font. And also the Nike Blazer, if you just have the patience to put that shit on.
Hey.
If you have the energy at the end of the day to then take that
Shout out to the Supreme Blazers, right?
This is the... Dude. But also for this, don't think about this too much, you know? You don't have to go crazy with this one either. Just pick something that you feel like you can style on top over. But again, go ahead and explore. There's a lot of colors, variants, and stuff. This type of shoe, goated. Next is this situation right here. This section of this. Brand-specific ones. Okay? Like, let's slow down for a second. I understand the vision here, you know? You're a unique guy. You're a special guy. You're built different. You see the world different. I understand the vision.
The Wojak is crazy.
You know, your style and your wardrobe relatively in bounds.
This is Sean's fit right here. Sean, are they talking about you right now, bro? I feel like they're talking about you.
With this specific brand's design language, if it's not this, I feel like the shoe just doesn't work too well.
The esoteric enjoyer.
Even, for example, like the Ricks. This is about as simple as it's going to get for this genre of shoe. It's just too many times I've seen a pair of Ricks like this paired with a pair of Amiris and then a Balenciaga jacket.
Yeah.
And it's like, I get it, guys. I get the vision. I understand that you have a higher way of thinking. And that you think bigger and grander. All these regular people buying regular clothes, right?
Poor.
There's levels to this, you know?
You're poor.
I want the penthouse. I want the Ferrari. And by all means, man, you know, ball out is your money. Like, if you want to buy a pair of Amiri skeleton shoes, because you're just a spooky kind of guy. But at the end of the day, I feel like if you're not styling this kind of sneaker right, it just kind of feels like this.
What the fuck are those, man?
This type of picture. So you probably kind of...
Yes. The Bugatti under the carport is fucking crazy. I love that.
I don't want to stay away from the brand-specific sneakers unless you have clear intentions to keep things within this style universe.
That has to be deep faked and extended. Are there really shoes that are that big? I hope so, man.
Or unless you're just like goated, you know, and you find a way to make it work. But again, if you're watching a video on me explaining sneakers in whatever minutes or less, probably don't need to buy Bonbon unicorns. You know, you probably don't need to buy the Balenciaga triple X's to pair with your Shein cargo pants and like a vintage to you found on Grailed for $85, right?
Yep.
And then an Arc'teryx beanie, and then what else? Let's keep going.
And then a gun,
and a Prada shoulder, and then a Prada cross,
and a gun.
bag, right? You don't need that. And then what's a Rick Owens
Arc'teryx beanie and a gun, dude.
Over the top of all of this. And then where are we going? Where are we going with this, right? Prada shades also.
Yep.
How many types of guys look like this in this type of setup? Like, dude, I understand, right? You want the penthouse. You want the Ferrari to cry in. Next, we're bringing things back to the classics again, right? The canvas sneaker.
Yep.
Forgotten classic staple. And I know the silhouettes in this type of shoe can really go anywhere, but there's just something about the canvas material specifically. Just has its own vibe, you know?
For sure.
It's oddly nostalgic. And
Supreme PCLs, man.
as a result, I feel like this kind of shoe works really well with this kind of style right here. You know, vintage inspired 90s streetwear, like Japanese Americana.
Yup.
This vibe right here. Like, you know, like all of these guys have had a
Can't go wrong, man.
drink in the past 90 days. And I'm biased personally towards the Vans Authentics for obvious reasons. But there are a lot of options out there. Converse has smothered the market with like a million different variants of their classic silhouettes. You know, a lot of...
I mean, this is a shoe that like he's gassing up as like a sneakerhead fashion enjoyer, but brother, like these are mainstream for a reason. They're classics for a reason. I mean, Converse has been around since the 60s. Like, yeah.
Which I don't like, but they're within this a lot
Timeless.
that I don't like. There's probably at least one that's not bad, man. But it's 2025, guys. You know, there's so
It is.
Man, I often like, what if I just one day wake up from a nap and it's 2016? I think about that a lot.
That'd be
actually.
sick.
Like I don't know why 2016, but there's
It's
just
the year.
recurring thought in my head that
It's just
I'm
the
gonna,
year.
Like, have the best day of my life, and I'm just gonna blink and I'm like, it's 2016.
Yep. Is that the old intro?
What's up, ladies and broke boys? Today I'm going to show you how to look like you're wearing a pair of Common Projects.
Nice.
Dropping that
We got a
sneak
vintage
attack.
video here.
The appeal of the Common Projects is that
For the right wardrobe and style, the canvas sneaker is such a goated foundation. Like I said, if you're fond of this kind of spread right here, and if you or loved one have had a matcha drink in the past 30 days, think about it for a bit.
Just
you
think
know?
about it,
This
bro.
might be your vibe. Like, why are you getting Miri?
Yeah, it does if you wear the shit out of
Just
them.
get a nice, calm, cute pair.
The money Supreme Vans, yes.
Even if you want to step it up, you know.
For the tabbies, get a little Margiela tabbies. Oh, come on.
Get one. Dude, I hate these, but get them. You know, like, it might work. Lastly, we got the latest addition to the modern sneaker
feels to wear
era.
tabbies.
The all-wheel drives right here. Solomon's, New Balances, Air Maxes. Got a pretty big spread.
The Sunders, baby.
Arguably the most diverse spread of sneakers competing for a market share ever. And I just mean, look at this, man. Like, what is going... How did this happen?
Yeah, this is probably the most competitive arena of sneakers right now. Is this... You get the DNs right there. That's kind of what I've gone for, the Supreme DNs. But you got the Salmons, Salomons, Vomeros, the Shocks again, all the New Balance collabs and Nike vintage pieces. And let's see what he has to say about it. Very competitive. Air Maxes, of course.
When did this happen? And this is just the stuff that I pulled from Essen. Truly, where do you even begin when it comes to this type of stuff? Okay, so I think for this type of shoe, the first course of action,
chunky
don't
sport.
think about what is my favorite color. You know, don't think about that first. We're gonna have to think about how this shoe even works in your wardrobe before you get into it, before you jump the gun.
That's a really good point. Look about how the shoe is going to fit into what you're actually going to wear. Because how many times have you guys copped something that you love and individually it's great, but you get it, you have it home, you're putting it on and you're like, fuck, what am I going to wear with this thing? That is one of the worst feelings. And then you got to buy something else to fit with the item you just bought. And at that point, you're already behind. You're already slacking.
Like, I think they are visually striking and they have a pretty unique shape compared to the rest of the sneakers in this video. So definitely start with something basic. You know, you want to learn the ropes first.
Blacks and whites.
A black pair of Solomons
Yep.
or a white pair of New Balances, or try and figure out if you even like this, because, you know, you've probably gotten wind of this by seeing it online first. Let's be honest, guys. You probably saw these on other people before you made up your mind for yourself. So So get something calm before you get into the more pronounced colorways, which I'm sure it's very exciting.
Common sense, but it's good advice.
And also these work really well with baggier pants as it.
Oh yeah, guys, if you're looking for New Balances, remember, affiliate links in the description should be at the very top. New Balance and Champ Sports. I know y'all been thinking about it. Back to school sales, winter, back to school, spring break sales.
It plays into that chunkier, more defined, sculpted silhouette of the shoe. And even with how aggressive these are aesthetically, I feel like pairing these with fairly basic pieces makes them not that hard to style, you know? I think they come across very intimidating at first, but I get like once you figure out
it's like the hiker core, man.
They actually become quite versatile. It's definitely a great change of pace if you ever get bored with the idea of sneakers. And it's definitely a nice window in discovering new parts of fashion and even figuring out what you might like style-wise. I've recently come around to this silhouette more often. Guys, we're bringing the shocks back, guys.
We are.
Relive my glory days. It's been 15 years. Personally, my favorites right now are the New Balance 1906,
yep.
Solomon XT4, another classic, and obviously the Nike Shocks. That's going to be me.
Come on, the DNs, bro.
You might not traditionally rope this shoe into this kind of trail shoe category, dad shoe, whatever. The silhouette styling is the same. And yeah, guys, at the end of the day, it's 2025. Go buy those Amiri skeleton shoes, man.
Yeah.
At Amiri.
Shout out to Amiri.
More skeleton shoes, Eric.
Spooky boys.
And more bones, too. I want to see more.
We need way more bones, man.
Right? There's some crazy amount of bones in the human foot or some right?
Yes.
Eric, we need all these bones, Eric. Everyone.
Let's get boner, guys. Let's get boner with it.
Eric.
All right. That's the video from Frugal Aesthetic. Frugal Aesthetic. Frugal Aesthetic. Yes. What the hell is this right here? Very good, informative. Check it out. Subscribe. He's on his way to 2 million subscribers. Let's help him get there, guys. Come on now. And I think I'm going to do a highlight video of that too for the channel. Let me get that sorted. But yeah, guys, that's pretty much going to be the stream. I mean, right there, we've kind of covered most of it. It's been a low-key kind of day, but I think that's all we really need is a low-key day. Modern Sneakers Explained. React. And then I gotta just edit that later. Unlisted. Create. Okay. Gotta stay live to make those highlights. But yeah, boys. I appreciate you guys for coming out here. Appreciate you guys for being members. That really means a lot to me. And if you guys want to have any suggestions on, you know, things that you would want as a member, let me know. And I'm sure we can figure something out. I plan on doing some sort of a 4K subscriber giveaway. It's going to be, you know, coming up here not too far off, probably in the next 2 weeks. So let me know. Did been, you know, emojis, stuff like that. Yeah. Fuck yeah, bro. Yeah, 100%, Sean. Living in a place like that. Get the chance to show your style. But I'm going to get back to work. I got lots to do. And we'll see you guys in the next video, whenever that is. Hopefully some Supreme news soon. Some Sussa. I can't even talk. And appreciate it, man. Thank you. We'll see you guys later. Let's get the Skyrim music going. Fuck. Later. I appreciate that, Sean. It's very nice.